So, hi guys, I'm Bryce from Righteous Reptiles, and this is
Leon Laterham from the wild wonders of Southern Africa, and I have this beautiful ball python that Bryce sort of gave to me to hold, and he is such a stunning little guy, and Bryce told me he shed recently. Yeah.
So he looks awesome. His colors are just popping. So today we're going to talk about can snakes give you affection, or reptiles? So what are your thoughts on this?
Well, Bryce, I had a couple of bearded dragons, and I think people tend to think that reptiles give affection, but we might be confused because we always want to sort of humanize these animals, and we confuse affection with sort of just a feeling of companionship that they have in us, and sort of they're very clever. A lot of reptiles look at that. A lot of reptiles are basically affiliating us with food, so they sort of form a bond with us and they trust us, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they love us and they want to give us hugs and kisses and things like that.
And not us as in the prey item or the food, but we are the bringers of the food.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like your monitor species tend to be, and your lizards tend to be a lot smarter and more intelligent than your snakes. Not saying that snakes are dumb, because they are extremely clever. They just don't need affection. Neither do your monitors, but they tend to learn stuff a lot quicker. Like they can learn their names and little tricks and simple stuff like that.
Exactly. Like one of my bearded dragons that I had, she actually watched television with me. Now, obviously, it's not watching and understanding the program, but it's more like following the movement of the television, and the heat that my shoulder gave her relaxed her out, and she felt comfortable. She didn't want to run away. Thus, she associated me with something that's giving her warmth, and she got to watch television with me. But obviously, humans, we sort of associate that with, wow, my bearded dragon she's loving me. She's giving me this affectionate sort of attention that we want to think they are.
And remember, they are ectothermic animals, meaning they need your heat, or that's why they tend to like sitting on top of you, like watching TV with you, because they actually are feeling warm and cozy with it, because they cannot control their blood temperature or their body temperature.
Exactly. So if we were to take this snake and leave it in a cold place, we're not going to die or anything straight away, but what's going to happen is they're actually going to slow down their metabolic rate. And what a lot of people don't know is reptiles need heat to help with their digestion.
Yes, that's why it's important to give your snake a hot spot, even if you have the right air temperature. Just give them that choice of almost like basking, but it's to enable great digestion so they can digest their prey item.
Okay, so what you're seeing now is Bryce's snake is going back to Bryce. So a lot of people would say, oh, but he loves him. That could be the fact. We don't know. Their brains are quite intricate, and honestly, we are only scratching on the surface what is happening with the way these reptiles perceive their surroundings and their environment. But what I can imagine is he's constantly testing the air with his tongue, and he might recognize Bryce and associate him with food.
Or just remember, like, I'm more of a safe haven, because he doesn't know Leon, so he'll be, oh, you're safe, I know you, so, and recognize me not necessarily by sight, but by tasting the air with that Jacobson's organ.
Exactly, and I might smell really bad to him. I just handled about 1,000 dubia roaches that Bryce gave to me now.
Well, don't worry, we did spray our hands with F10, so these hands are super clean, so that doesn't really bother the snakes.
Exactly.
But anyway, guys, I think that's a few points we've got there. Just a fun little video I've done today. Please, guys, go subscribe to Leon's channel. It'll be linked down below and in the end card. So thank you, Leon, for coming all this way, driving about like an hour to come visit me and film with me, which is super. That's commitment, guys.
It's my pleasure. And thank you so much for having me on your channel. My channel is all about wildlife and also reptile and spider keeping. So if you guys are into tarantulas and things like that, I keep a few of them, and I do care videos and things like that as well. But Bryce, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Pleasure.
I really, really do appreciate it. You're an awesome guy.
Thank you guys for watching Bryce from Righteous Reptiles. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe to his channel and my channel. Cheers guys, Bryce from Righteous Reptiles.
Bye.